Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling confused, guilty, and somehow responsible for something you didn't even do? Have you ever started to question your own memory, your own feelings, your own reality? You weren't going crazy. You were being gaslit. And the most terrifying part? It was happening so slowly, so quietly, that you had absolutely no idea. Not in some distant, dramatic way, but in the ordinary, everyday moments with the people closest to you. Over 500 years ago, a man named Niccolo Machiavelli studied the darkest corners of human behavior. He watched kings and tyrants and manipulators destroy people, not with weapons, but with words, with silence, with confusion. What he discovered will change the way you see every relationship in your life. Stay with me until the end, because the last sign is the one most people never catch until it's already too late. Niccolo Machiavelli was a Florentine diplomat, a philosopher, and one of the most brilliant observers of human nature who ever lived. Most people know him for The Prince, a book so brutally honest about power and manipulation that it shocked the entire world. But here's what most people don't know. Buried within his writings are some of the most powerful warnings about psychological manipulation ever recorded. Machiavelli once wrote, "Men are so simple and so ready to obey present necessities that one who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived." In other words, manipulators have always existed. They have always known exactly how to make you doubt yourself. And today, we're going to expose exactly how they do it. These are the 7 signs you are being gaslit every single day, and you don't even see it. Sign 1 is the most classic and the most devastating. You remember something clearly, a promise they made, something they said, something they did. But when you bring it up, they look you straight in the eye and say, "That never happened," or "You're imagining things," or "I never said that, you're remembering it wrong." At first, you argue back. You're certain, but they don't flinch. They stay completely calm while you grow more and more frustrated, and slowly you start to wonder, what if I am wrong? What if my memory is bad? Machiavelli warned about this exact tactic in the courts of Florence. He saw that the most dangerous advisors were not the ones who lied loudly, but the ones who denied quietly, with confidence, with certainty. Because here is the truth, a confident lie, repeated enough times, will always defeat an uncertain truth. If someone consistently denies your reality, that is not a misunderstanding, that is a weapon, and it's being used against you. Sign 2 is something millions of people experience every day, and mistake for normal behavior. You express how you feel. You say something hurt you. You say you're upset, anxious, or overwhelmed. And their response? You're too sensitive. You're overreacting. Why do you always make such a big deal out of everything? Notice what just happened. Your feelings, which are real and valid, were just turned into a character flaw. Suddenly, the conversation is no longer about what they did. It's about what's wrong with you. Machiavelli wrote that a skilled manipulator never defends their actions. Instead, they attack the credibility of the person accusing them. That's this exact move. By making you feel childish or unstable or overly emotional, they escape accountability completely. And over time, you stop bringing things up. You silence yourself. You think, maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe the problem really is me. That is exactly what they want. Sign 3 is where gaslighting becomes truly sinister. Early in any relationship, romantic, friendship, or professional, we naturally open up. We share our fears, our insecurities, our past wounds. A genuine person holds that information with care, A gaslighter stores it like ammunition. Later, when you confront them or step out of line, they reach into that arsenal and fire. You've always had trust issues. That's why you think I'm lying. You're just paranoid because of what happened to you before. Everyone knows you're not good with emotions. Do you see what they did? They took your vulnerability, something you shared in a moment of trust, and used it to invalidate your concerns. Machiavelli observed that the most effective princes kept detailed knowledge of their allies' weaknesses, not to help them, but to control them when necessary. This is that same principle applied to your personal relationships. The moment someone uses your past pain to silence your present truth, that is not love. That is not friendship. That is control. Sign 4 is subtle. This is the one that breaks people slowly. You start noticing a pattern. Something feels wrong. So you bring it up carefully, respectfully. And they respond with complete shock. Outrage even. I can't believe you would think that about me after everything I've done for you. This is what you think of me? You need help, seriously. Suddenly, you are not someone raising a valid concern. You are a terrible, ungrateful, paranoid person who is hurting someone who loves you. The conversation flips completely. Now you're comforting them. Now you're apologizing. Now you're reassuring the very person who was manipulating you. Machiavelli called this the art of reversal, the ability to turn a moment of accusation into a moment of sympathy, to transform the guilty into the victim so completely that even those watching cannot tell the difference. If raising a concern always ends with you apologizing, pay very close attention to that pattern. Sign 5. Gaslighting rarely works when you have strong people around you, because those people will confirm your reality. They'll say, yes, that did happen. Yes, that was wrong. Yes, you have every right to feel the way you feel. A gaslighter cannot allow that. So they work slowly, quietly. They plant seeds of doubt about the people closest to you. I don't trust your friend. She doesn't seem like she has your best interests at heart. Your family always makes things worse. You're better off not telling them. The people around you don't really understand you like I do. One by one, your support system disappears, and now you're left with only one voice telling you what is real and what is not. Theirs. Machiavelli wrote, "There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you." He understood that isolation from honest voices is the foundation of all manipulation. When you lose access to the truth, you lose access to yourself. If someone in your life consistently pushes away the people who care about you, that is not protection. That is a prison being built around you, one wall at a time. Sign 6 operates over a long period of time. That's why it's so dangerous. Slowly, gradually, the gaslighter begins to rewrite the story of your shared experience. Arguments you remember clearly suddenly happen differently in their version. Promises they made suddenly were never promises at all. Good times you shared suddenly only happened because of them. And the worst moments, the moments where they hurt you, are either completely forgotten or turned into your fault. You pushed me to that point. If you hadn't done that, I never would have reacted that way. You remember it wrong because you were so emotional. Over months and years, your entire personal history is slowly replaced with their version of events. Machiavelli understood that controlling the narrative is the ultimate form of power. He wrote that a ruler who controls what people believe controls everything, because people act on their beliefs, not on reality. A gaslighter applies this same principle to your mind. They don't need to control your actions if they can control your memory. Trust your history. Trust what you lived. No one has the right to rewrite your experience. Sign 7 is the final sign, and it's the most important one, because this is not something they do to you. This is something that happens inside you as a result of everything we just discussed. You second-guess every decision. You apologize constantly, even when you've done nothing wrong. You feel like you're always the problem. You feel like you're never enough. You feel like you're losing your mind. That feeling, that constant cloud of self-doubt and confusion, is not weakness. It is the result of sustained psychological manipulation. Machiavelli wrote that the greatest victory a manipulator can achieve is when the victim begins to oppress themselves, when the cage no longer needs a lock because the prisoner no longer believes they deserve to leave. If you recognize yourself in these words, please hear this clearly. Your feelings are real. Your memory is real. Your perception is real. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You are not the problem. You are someone who trusted a person who chose to use that trust against you, and recognizing it right now, in this moment, is the first step to taking your mind back. Machiavelli spent his life studying power, how it's taken, how it's kept, and how it's used against the unsuspecting. His greatest lesson was not about how to manipulate others. It was about how to recognize when you are being manipulated and how to refuse to be a victim of it. He wrote, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him." So look at the people in your life. Look at how they treat you. Look at how you feel after every interaction. Do they make you feel more like yourself or less? Do they add clarity to your life or confusion? Do they build you up or slowly, quietly tear you down? Gaslighting does not always come from strangers. It comes from the people closest to us, the people we love, the people we trust. And that is exactly what makes it so dangerous. But here's what Machiavelli knew better than anyone. The same mind that can be bent can be unbent. The same perception that can be stolen can be reclaimed. Not overnight, not easily. But the first crack in the gaslighter's world happens the moment you name what is being done to you. You've named it now. You've seen the signs, and what you can see, you can stop. You are not losing your mind. You are waking up. And once you're awake, no one can put you back to sleep. If this reached you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because the best weapon against manipulation is awareness. And awareness spreads one voice at a time. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into human psychology, power, and self-protection. Machiavelli warned us. Now we listen.